Hey everyone, Venomous is back. I got some stuff to say because I took a break there and now I've done some research and there's stuff I want to talk about, current events that's going on right now. I took down that Alex Jones video I posted earlier yesterday, mainly because I just wanted to share the video, but I don't want to get a strike for something that I feel like could be a setup to get a bunch of strikes for everyone, especially if it doesn't come true. But anyways, you saw it. I don't need it up. That's why it's gone. I did not get struck on that, in case anyone was wondering why it's gone now. Anyways, let's get to the task at hand here, man. So let's go back in time here to June 24, 2021. This video was originally posted on the Venomous Meet the Savage channel, but was taken down by YouTube. Fortunately, it was backed up on Odyssey, although I probably have the video somewhere on my computer. This is easy enough. Now, back in this video, I was talking about the correlation I saw between the variants that were coming out in the Brave New World. And you had your Alpha, your Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Epsilon, which was a subvariant of the Delta. And the Gamma and Beta didn't really get much attention, but they were also a part of it, all of them. They stopped at Omicron. As we'll get on to that in a minute. Now I want to play a clip from this video talking about sexy beasts that I feel it's also connected with the whole variant thing, but I digress. I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna make sure to mute my mic so it doesn't echo.
I want to get married, I want to have babies. Before I'm like 26, do you have health insurance?
Welcome to the strangest blind date ever. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Could you fall in love with someone based on personality alone?
What is your ideal woman?
Personality for me is everything. Ash first, personality second. You're the best looking devil I've ever seen.
This is really weird right now.
You got your devil. Oh man, this is nuts, eh?
Would you count this as a weird experience for you?
Yeah.
So I like your fin.
So what if I pick you and I'm not what you expect underneath?
I've kissed this girl and I don't know what she looks like. I'm literally just like in love with the moment.
Oh.
Time has come.
This is gonna be really tough for me. I can't choose both of you. I've made my decision.
My sexy beast is. There's interspecies relationships happening on my grounds. I won't stand for it.
Well, or there it is. Your hybrid Chimera programming. And I think it was about it's about over a month. It'll be from the Netflix show that came out called Sweet Tooth, which had a ad that was I guess you would call it fake news, as it says in there. USA Today's front page ad for Netflix Sweet Tooth to scare nation's grandparents. That's pretty funny. And yeah, they put that on the cover of the USA Today, but it was really just an ad. No, it's programming to condition you for what's to come. And I think somehow it could be related to these variants, the casts that they represent. I don't know. It's like some weird mix. this show, I watched the whole Sweet Tooth. I watched the whole Sweet Tooth series a couple weeks ago, and yeah, some pretty crazy stuff in it. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's talk about Sweet Tooth for a minute. Alright, Sweet Tooth. The TV series. Oh, I took away my highlight. Thank you. Thank you, stupid highlight thing I got. I got this highlight extension. It sucks. Anyways, Sweet Tooth is thanks. Sweet Tooth is an American fantasy drama television series developed by Jim Nichol. It is based on the comic book series created by Jeff Lemire and is published by DC Comics Vertical Imprint. The series premiered on Netflix in June 2021, with the second season released in April 2023, and a third and final season announced the following month. Development on the show began in 2018 at Hulu. By 2020, the series had moved to Netflix. Filming took place in New Zealand, and yada yada. Sweet Tooth is a fictional world in which a virus has killed a majority of the world's human population, coinciding with the emergence of hybrid babies that are born with animal characteristics. Convery plays Gus, a naive 10-year-old part deer boy, who sets out to find his mother after the death of his father. The first season received critical acclaim and won 2 Children's and Family. Does that seem like an appropriate show? Anyways, 10 years ago, this is the premise. The Great Crumble, the Great Reset. Society collapsed due to a viral pandemic of a disease known as the Sick, or H5G9 virus, wiping out most of the world's human population. At the same time, many babies start to be born as mute hybrids with animal body parts and other characteristics. Unsure whether hybrids are the cause of the virus or a result of it, many humans fear and hunt them. Gus, a part deer hybrid, lives in the wilderness with his father, whom he calls Papa. Papa dies when Gus is 9 years old. Yada yada, you get the point. Anyways, just that whole coinciding of the two things brings me to my next article here, because it's very interesting where they're taking this whole dynamic. At the same time, we're seeing a new emergence of a variant that we're going to talk about in a few minutes here. Feminist medical school professor says trans kids identifying as minotaurs are part of gender revolution. The minotaur is derived from Greek mythology. It had the body of a man and the head of a bull. A California hospital executive and professor claims children can identify as a mythology-inspired creature and claimed that this category of children love mermaids, according to a presentation reviewed by Fox News Digital. Diane Ehrensaft, a self-identified feminist who supports the gender revolution, is the director of mental health and chief psychologist at the UCSF Benoff Children's Hospital Gender Development Center. She is also a professor at the UCSF School of Medicine. The developmental and clinical psychologist specializes in pediatric gender affirmative care. Oh, it jumped on me. Thanks. Gender affirmative care for transgender and gender expansive patients. They really let the inmates run the asylum these days, hey? Her biology page reflected that Ehrensaft focuses her research on how genders before puberty develop, as well as the mental health effects of puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones, which are part of chemical sex changes on children. Ehrensaft made what some may consider fringe claims about gender ideology, including that kids can identify as gender hybrids. You can't make this shit up. Which includes a mythology-inspired creature called a gender minotaur, and that kids can change their genders by season and can have different identities depending on their location. Wow. Just wow. And this is the creature. The creature here. We're not sure what Greek mythological Greek creature she is, but we're sure she's one of them. Maybe she's a Hydra and has many heads around on her body somewhere. But I digress. 21st century gender creative children. CC for 33. Transgender children, gender expansive children, gender fluid children, gender non-binary children, gender hybrids, the gender Prius, half girl, half boy, gender Minotaur, on top, one on top, other on bottom. Gender by season, okay, you can be a school year girl and a summer boy. Gender by location, at home boy, at grandma's girl. That's a good way to keep it a secret from your parents, right? At home, you're as you were born, but when you're out, who knows? It could be a Minotaur. According to Britannica, a Minotaur is derived from Greek mythology and was a creature which had the body of a man and the head of a bull. I totally agree. We are in the midst of a gender revolution, and the children are leading it, and it's a wonderful thing to see. And it's also humbling to know children know more than we about this topic of being gender expansive, she said during a 2018 talk at the San Francisco Public Library. Aaron Saft believes the transgender revolution is the next phase of the 60s feminist movement, which featured challenging stereotypes about gender. You know, when she said she identifies as a feminist, does that mean that she's not really a feminine? Is that why she only identifies as a feminist and isn't actually a feminist, per se? Things that make you go, Now we've got genders moving boulders, and it makes a lot of people nervous, she said. I don't think the word nervous quite cuts it. I think maybe more disgusted. Anyways, just putting it out there. Aaron Saft believes that transgenderism is derived by a gender web, which is influenced by culture, upbringing, and nature. So are you saying people aren't born in a different sex? They just get caught in this gender web that you've created? You spun out your spinneret, half spider ass body? I don't know. What do you identify as? Oh my god. Each person's web will change over time as they age. The event's description said, "What's your gender? Don't answer until you hear all your options." Yes. Wait for all the options. Aaron Saft wants you to get off the binary measurement scale. She introduced language such as gender fluid, non-binary, and gender expansive. She then predicted the language will evolve beyond that and cited her conversation with a 7-year-old as proof that there can be gender minotaurs and hybrids. Well, when you're talking to 7-year-olds, you can expect fairy tales and stuff to come out, but do you base reality on that so much? I don't know. Do you believe in fairy tales? Do you love your Brothers Grimm? Do you love your Greek mythology? And as you know, language is political. So what's good today will be politically incorrect tomorrow. So we'll just keep changing as we go, said Aaron Saft. This is a whole group of kids, and you should know that, this is a whole group of kids you all should know about. A boy twirled in my office, said to me, "You see, I'm a Prius. I'm a boy in the front, and I'm a girl in the back." Oh, God. That sounds so wrong. Sorry. Aaron Sapp then said that gender minotaurs love mermaid content. They love the mermaid content, apparently. I guess they'll all be drinking at Starbucks when they're I guess tweens now. I don't know how young they are when they go to the Starbucks now, but I'm sure they're pretty young now. I start meeting a whole bunch of other gender hybrids, and so we have the gender Prius, we have a gender Minotaur, she said, and most of the kids who are gender Minotaurs love mermaids, so make sure you have a lot of mermaid books. If you really think about it, it works, right? You just need to think about it a lot, then it'll work. Anyways, once you're done barfing, come back to this, and we'll continue.